Well, today here on CampGeeks, we're going to look at a portable outdoor fire pit from LIFEDOO. So, let's take a peek, let's set it up, let's make a fire. Hey guys, welcome back to CampGeeks. So, I was sent over this fire pit actually a little while back. A lot of things kind of came in, and then it kind of got hot, and lots of stuff happened. So, now that it's finally getting a little cooler out, we're getting towards the end of summer and towards fall, and we're not as crazy hot here anymore. So I'm okay with doing fires again. But they sent this over to me. Now, the big thing about this is, right now they are actually doing a contest, or basically where you can try to win one of these. So I think they're giving away 50 of them in total. I'm going to put a link at the top of the description. It's now through August 15th, so we got just under 2 weeks left. Highly recommend checking it out, seeing if you can't win one of these. I'm going to find out how good it is though. So, comes packaged, nice thin box, and these are the pieces. So, obviously it's pretty obvious that I haven't played around with it yet. So, this is going to be one of those early videos, not full reviews maybe, but then again, this really isn't a technology product, so you pretty much, I can figure out what I like and what I don't like about it pretty fast. But that said, so they are wrapped, so we have two flat pieces there. They actually have laser engraved or laser cut. They got their nice LIFEDOO logo on there, and these would be the sides. Or that's, I guess that'd be the sides. These would be the longer parts here. Let's see. Let me get this out, and then we'll actually get, set it up in front here. See how she works. Let's get a little bit different angle to set it up. So I've already got a little bit of firewood kindling and stuff put together real quick. So we have the two longer pieces, right? So obviously those slip into those channels there. So try to slide it in like that. And the same with the other side. Looks like this side got bent a little bit in shipping. Let's see, it's actually kind of pinched together. So that is going to be something I'm going to have to remedy before we get too far ahead of ourselves. See if I can actually do it with my pocket knife. It's always shipping that messes things up, you know? Yeah, I'm definitely going to be able to fix it. It's going to be, with time, I think it'll have to go a little better, but obviously it's slightly damaged in shipping. Alright, let's go back to this. Let's get this guy going. So that and that one. And then this guy goes in this one. This is the pinching one here, so hopefully it slides down in. Not too much trouble. Yeah, okay, so actually if I slipped it in there and then I kind of twisted it, G opened right back up, so I think we're back to good now. And then the other side is the same thing. So that's pretty simple. Now when you're, looks like when you're having it here, if you pick it up from the smaller sides, right, it all stays together, but if I pick it up from this is going to just slide right out. So that's something to note. There is a real, and I'm going to show you here in a second, there's a real small sliver at the bottom that's actually opened. That would be for open, allowing, I guess, ash maybe to go down a little bit, but allow air to go through. So you're going to get a little bit of probably from hot coals and stuff that go down. We're going to find out. I'm actually on my grass in my backyard, so when we actually do this, we're going to do it right here. And we'll see how she goes. But let me show you what it looks like here real quick. Alright, so I got some things that we actually made a slip and slide, and this is kind of the bedding material stuff around it. So I got some of that laying around. I'm going to throw in the bottom, kind of the starting stuff. Then we got some small sticks I can just kind of crumple up. Little layer in there. Alright, we'll let it go, let it build up a little bit before I put the bigger stuff on. This stuff's really dry too, so it should go real easy. Let me grab, I don't have a match, I do have just a standard lighter. And I think it'd be better than trying to get it from down here. I think it's going to be best just to, and of course the wind's taking off on me a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely dry. Wow, she just went right off. So we got a little bit of a wind coming through. Nothing too crazy. We'll keep it so it doesn't get too crazy. And of course, this isn't really about making the fire, it's about the actual product itself. So we'll give this fire a little bit, let it steam up, and then I'll be back here in a minute. So she's cooking pretty good so far. Looks like it's getting quite a bit of oxygen from down below, so that's always a good thing. And I have more sticks and stuff I can grab if I need it, but yeah, let's let her go for a little bit. Let's see what what happens with the ash. Let's see what happens down below and what it does. So we have started to have a few small pieces. You can see the hot embers kind of coming out the bottom there. So something to definitely point out is, yes, you do have to have something to bring air in, but you do want to be mindful of that. If you're in a spot that is extremely dry, you could actually have some small spot fires or something that could start. So like in this case, I specifically did it over grass. It's green grass, it's mainly green, and I'm here of course, but that would be something that could easily spark something. So obviously, no matter what, you are lighting a fire, be mindful of it. But that's just something that I did want to point out. At least I don't see it as a big thing at all. I'd rather have the airflow, because that way you'll actually get a decent fire out of it, but something to make note of at least. Now there are some really neat things about this. First, there are two layers right up and down, so the sides are a little bit lower than the longer sides, I guess. So yeah. The slanted sides are the longer portions. You know, you could put kebabs on there. You could get racking to throw on there to grill, to grill out burgers, whichever, and actually have wood-fired stuff rather than charcoal or use propane or anything. It was really fast to get a nice hot little fire going, and it's very controlling. It's not really explosive. It's not taking off like crazy, even with really, really dry wood. It is very well contained, even with a good breeze that we have going right now. I'm still able to stand pretty close to it, or sit pretty close to it. I have quite a bit of ash built up here now as well. Now I'm going to smell like smoke, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, you could actually easily use this to grill while camping, which is probably something I'm going to do next time I go camping, because that's kind of, I really like the flavor that you get from wood. So like when you do a pellet grill or anything that's cooked over the open campfire when you're camping, it feels more rustic. It has a really good flavor to it. But yeah, for how simple it is, I'm impressed. I really am. So she's been going for a little while now. and she's definitely nice and hot. One of the things that I would definitely point out is that you remember the bottom down here, there's just that real small, real thin hole for air to come in. So for a while there I was dumping a whole lot of small material on here that would just kind of flare up and then kind of peter out. So you're building up a lot of ash, and that was kind of my point. Let's flood this thing with a lot of ash. It starts clogging that real thin slit at the bottom. So what I did is I just took a stick, like this, just a small little stick, and I just kind of went down on both corners and kind of got it so, and I just, you know, just shoved down in there, so I could actually see the slit again. All of a sudden, now she's got plenty of flame again because she's getting more air again. So obviously you're going to want to keep making sure that you're getting a lot of air from that bottom slit. But all in all, it's a handy little guy, and you can easily, it's not too big. You're not going to be making a huge fire. It's a nice comfort fire at night for a few people. Easy to cook over, no doubt. I do like this. I know on their website right now you can order this, fast shipping to the United States. I believe it's made in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. And it's only like, they have it on sale I think for like 65 bucks. But it's like 1/8 inch, or I think they say 12mm steel. So it's built really, really well. I'm actually looking forward to see what it looks like once the fire goes out, and that I can get rid of the ash and dump the ash once this cools down. Because obviously I'm not touching this because it's going to be extremely hot until she's fully cooled down. So that's going to take some time. But that said, right now I'm very happy with it. It's nice. The nice thing is, while it's not ultimately lightweight, it is very packable. But you're not going to want to use this unless you're not gonna, after you're done using it, you're going to have to let it sit and cool for a few hours. You know, once the flame goes out, it's going to take time for these metal slats to cool. So like overnight, you know, the next day they should be plenty cooled down for you to, you know, take with you, especially if you can dump water and cool them down that way. You could do it that way, right, and just get rid of the ash and dump a whole bunch of water on it, and then and then it would cool down just from the water alone. But they are steel and they're going to hold that heat. Okay, so we're pretty much burned down. It's cooled down quite a bit now. It's getting a little later, but I'm actually just going to move this real quick to look directly underneath to see what we got here. So again, we don't want to put any pressure there, but I can do this real quick. Just move it out of the way. And you can see, obviously when I was stirring it around a little bit, we got some ash here on the corners. But that's quick and easy. Of course, we'll probably want to throw some water on that. But, you know, not a whole lot underneath. You know, not a whole lot of damage. Just a little burnout right there where the ashes came down, the hot embers, the hot coals came down on each side. But other than that, pretty simple. You know, if I was to use this out, you know, I would probably just clear out a small area underneath so I wouldn't even have to worry about any hot embers underneath there. But I'm going to throw some water on that anyway. The actual amount left in here, you can see, we burned down pretty good. And of course, if I let that go, it would go for quite a little while yet. It's still smoldering essentially. And of course, I could add more sticks or whatever and it would ignite right back up. But we're gonna instead create some steam and cool this down so we can empty it out. So let's give this a few minutes to cool down and I'll be right back. So it cooled down a lot faster than I thought. I used about a half gallon of water on it in total. It's out, and it's warm, but it's not hot anymore. And so I'm here. This is kind of where I keep stuff that I guess we're building up soil for garden use. So this has a lot of nutrients in it. And the nice thing about cleaning out is literally just take it apart, you know, and we can just scrape off the, you know, all the pieces here. And now I can, you know, clean these real quick if I needed to, or do whatever I needed to do with them, and we're ready to go again. And that's how she packs up, nice and small. I'm not worried about scratching it. I'd probably still, I don't know if I'd wrap it per se or put it in a box, but I'd probably just Velcro it together or something to keep it together. But yeah, that's it. So that is the LIFEDOO fire pit, portable fire pit. Weighs 8.3 kilograms is what they say on their website, which equates to about 18¼ pounds. So it's not, like I said, it's not light. This isn't something you're going to be taking into the backcountry backpacking or anything like that, but something great that you can put in your vehicle. The nice thing about it is it folds down flat, takes up very little space. So you could literally lay it out in the trunk of your vehicle, and it's out of your way. In your camper, it's out of the way, right? Yeah, it has a little bit of heft to it, but it should, because it's designed to hold fire. It is exactly what you think it is, and it works as well as you hope it does. The thing about it is, I'm probably going to buy some grates to be able to cook like burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that on top, steaks. And it's going to be probably in my camper at all times, ready to be pulled out whenever I want to use it, whenever I'm camping, because it's perfect for it. Now, it's designed to keep it off the ground. It's designed, if you're in a spot where you can't have a ground fire technically, you could get away with this. You're still going to be able to get hot embers and stuff on the ground like we've shown, so that's something to keep in mind and watch, right? But in all reality, this thing is built to last a lifetime. It's thick enough steel where you're not worried about it. You're not going to be creating a rager on this thing, but it's handy, it's easy to maintain, really easy and quick to cool down. I thought it was going to take a lot longer to cool the metal down, but no, even with you know, half a gallon of water, 5 minutes or so, and she was cool enough where I could touch it without burning myself. So yes, I like it. So links are going to be down below to their website directly. Not affiliate links, but you can head right over there and take a peek at it if it's something that you're interested in. I'm also going to link into their where you can find out information about their giveaway. Basically, you have to share it and stuff like that. I'll put those down in the description. If you're able to get to it by August 15th of 2020, they are giving some of these away. If not, if nothing else, keep in track on their social media. They may do more giveaways in the future. I don't know. But I did want to get this out there before that ended. So check it out. If you have any questions, comment below, share, link, subscribe, whatever you want to do. If you have any questions for me, comment. But if you head over to CampGeeks, you can actually get a hold of me directly through the website. So it's handy. It's exactly what you think it is. That's the cool thing about it. It's simple, and I like simple because simple typically does not fail. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you back here on a future video. Have fun camping.